Welcome back everybody to episode 2, Outward. In this video it's just going to be me. Bison was not able to join me in this section. He'll be completing most of that stuff on his own. We left off last time getting our butts kicked basically everywhere we went. We explored the storage area, got chased by a shrimp. I got dragged back to a cave by hyenas and got my butt bit off a couple times. So this time my sole focus is going to be about preparing to go out into the wilderness, whether it be cooking stuff, catching fish, collecting water, whatever it be. My entire goal for this episode is to collect the 150 silver that is needed to save the lighthouse. How will we be collecting this 150 silver? I don't know. We weren't able to complete any quests, but looking at my quests right now, I can see there's plenty of options to choose from. It's going to be really figuring out exactly where to go to complete these quests and hoping that I'm able to get some type of monetary return to be able to put towards my lighthouse. The first quest that catches my eye is Helen's Fungus. I need to collect a mushroom shield from a dungeon northeast of the city. I think as a starting quest, this probably won't be too bad, right? Yeah.
Are you sure?
I learned pretty quickly it isn't gonna be, but we'll get to that in a second. On my way over, I spotted a chest, looted all the goodies inside, and then I continued to make my way to the east. I was able to easily locate the barrows by these structures along the road, leading me up to a door. Concerned at first, but I decided to enter. Upon entering, I came across a corpse. Corpse had a few goodies, some food goodies, which was a nice treat when entering this spooky dungeon. I lit up my torch to give me some more visibility. As I made my way in, I was pretty hesitant on what I would be facing upon coming into this dungeon. I was not sure what to expect. I saw a shiny, decided to go loot it. While I was looting the shiny, a trog made its way over to me. One trog, no problem, right? I got killed by these guys before, but this should be easy. Oh shit, there's a second trog. Okay. No health, and well, I died. Go ahead and tack that on to the death list. I just can't seem to stay alive. Luckily, I respawned just outside the dungeon, so it was a very short walk to go back in. Not being smart, and realizing that my health was low and was not recovering, I decided to go right back in. I knew trogs were to the right. I decided to go left this time. I was able to head down this little ramp, and I came across this room, and I saw a big purple trog. It scared the absolute bejesus out of me. Knowing that I couldn't take a green trog, this purple trog would surely kick my ass. So, I just decided to scoot on by. It came out, scaring the crap out of me, and the second green trog kept coming as well, spotted me, so I had to book it down the hallway. I was able to get down the hallway, kind of de-aggro from the trog. As I kept moving forward in the dungeon, I came across another trog. I decided to turn around and run back. At this point, it seems like I finally decided to start growing a brain because I realized my health was not recovering, my stamina wasn't recovering. I needed to do something. That something was to run slowly all the way back to the city and try to gather up supplies or whatever I could to figure it out. But that dungeon was just going to be way too tough for me. So I decided maybe let's jump on to another quest. Luckily, when looting that corpse at the beginning of the dungeon, I was able to pick up the ceviche that is needed for this other quest. Unfortunately, my game had other plans and decided to crash. So I respawned back in and had to make my way back to the chef on the top part of the town to turn in the ceviche quest.
Can I help you? Yeah, a gift.
After turning in the quest, I did not get any silver, so that was pretty darn disheartening. After that, I figured I was battered and bruised. I should just go ahead and go to sleep. ran back up to the lighthouse, ran up the stairs, and decided to get some sleep. It wasn't until I woke up after sleeping that I realized how important sleeping is in this game. Sleeping for a couple hours can rejuvenate what is considered burnt health and burnt stamina, resetting you back to full, as well as healing you. So, light bulb finally blew up and I realized, yeah, when it's nighttime I should probably sleep. I ran back downstairs, decided to cook up a few meals before heading back out. I wasn't quite sure exactly what quest I would be trying to pursue, as the dungeon went oh so well. The ceviche didn't really give me any frickin' coins.
I need you to give me some money, okay? I need you to give me like $5.
So I couldn't figure out any other way to try to gain money at this point besides going out, looting, coming back to one of the vendors, and then selling them whatever I could. So I collected as much items as I could from my house and ran to the blacksmith and tried to sell absolutely everything in the desperate attempt of trying to obtain the 150 silver that is needed to save the lighthouse. Unfortunately, I was just shy. So I guess that means another quest. I decided, let's go to the mountain, the big, scary purple mountain that's in the center of the map. Upon exiting the city, I decided, hey, bird, let's kill it. Get some meat, get some fighting experience, and died. Yeah, that's typically how it goes. I awoke in a random cave. No idea what's going on. There was this Immaculate here, which is apparently some sort of enemy variant in the game, but this one's friendly. Basically, this Immaculate saved my life. I thanked it, and then I left its cave, which luckily opened me up right next to the mountain, which is fantastic. But the quest told me to get to the center of the mountain, and for some reason, in my mind, that meant get to the top of the mountain. So I got to this ramp on the side of the mountain and made my way up. As I was going up, I noticed there was two baddie boos waiting. Don't know if they're stealth mechanics, tried to sneak, failed miserably. They both spotted me. I figured, okay, I mean, every fight's gone so well so far. Let's go ahead and knock this one up. So far so good, not too bad. Get a couple rolls in, get a couple hits, take a couple hits. Yeah, it's really not going well. I still do not understand the combat at all. I really do not. There's not much I can do, but I need to break away. I need to break away and heal. So I'm slowly making distance, slowly, break away, sprint up the hill. Dude, I'm totally safe. There's no way. Wait, I'm stuck here. I cannot move. Alright, and dead. Remember when I said the goal of this video is to get 150 gold? Yeah, they threw me in prison. Good luck getting silver in prison. When I awoke in prison, they had stripped me of absolutely everything.
Well, shit.
So that's just wonderful. But there are a few people you can talk to in this prison. Essentially, you are here to work. This individual is like the slave master where you turn in your work. This gentleman is a soldier for which you can do favors for, to hopefully he can smuggle you out. This is the mining area where you mine the iron scraps. Basically, you collect all of these scraps and you turn it into, I don't know, I want to say the slave union rep lady, and she will give you silver and increase your, I guess, rating as a slave. The whole goal of you being a slave or a prisoner here is you are here to work. You are to mine the scraps. While doing so, you can talk to all the different people to complete simple quests. I'm gonna be completely honest, these quests don't really give you much as far as I've been able to tell. One of the quests was to make a shiv for this lady. Upon making the shiv, she thanked me, she gave me some silver, and then She unalived herself, so I got that shiv right back. This gentleman here wants a pickaxe. So, easy enough, I had a pickaxe, I gave it to him. He gave me 2 eggs. These 2 eggs are necessary for a quest from one of the other slaves. But, to be able to make the recipe that she wants, I would need a cooking area, whether it be a stove or fire pit. After spending 30 minutes walking around talking to everybody, I wasn't able to do anything. So, I decided to take a nap. I'm sure the iron replenishes at some point. So woke up from my nap, went back to go mine more iron, and the iron had not respawned. So what did I do? Went back to sleep. Yes, eat, sleep, repeat. Woke back up, went back to the mining area. No iron, great. How long do I need to sleep? Went back, slept again, woke back up, went back to the mining area, and what do you think happened? No iron. It had not respawned. After sleeping for nearly 18 hours, it had not respawned. So, I guess, 4th time's the try. And lo and behold, the iron respawned. So, I gathered up all the iron again and went back and talked to the Union Slavery representative. I handed over every single piece of scrap iron that I had.
Right. You've earned
After
this.
doing
It is
so,
all right.
apparently I
Listen
have
up.
been such a good slave that she has decided to grant me quarter privileges, which allows me access through this door. Before doing so, I talked to this soldier again to see if anything had changed. Nothing had changed. He still couldn't smuggle me out. I decided to take a walk through the quarters area. There was a kitchen, so I was able to complete that miner's meal that this one slave had been asking for. Went and turned it in, and I got some silver and cloth. Like I said earlier, pointless quests. Back in the quarter area, there is an armory which you can activate to attempt an escape. After debating with myself for several hours and contemplating with the guard many times, I said, screw it. Let's fight our way out. I went back to the armory, and my plan was thus. Collect absolutely everything in there, equip everything to my body, equip every type of rag and potion that I possibly could to be able to prepare myself for a fight out of this prison. I don't know how else to put this, but just because I got good equipment doesn't mean I'm good at the game. So, as I make my escape, I aggro 3 guards, and I will let it play out as it plays out. So, just yeah, enjoy. How many of you saw that coming? Because I did. Well, they threw my ass down that hole that's in the center of the mining area, and somehow I survived and ended up on a beach. I have no clue where I'm at. I do my best with landmarks to try to figure out where I need to go, but all instincts directed me to go back to the city. Now, this is 5 times speed. In the last video, there was a review that talks about it basically being a running simulator. I will be cutting this out of future videos most of the time because, my God, it takes a long time to walk between locations. The maps are huge, absolutely ginormous. So again, this is 5 times speed. It took me a long time to get back. But me being the idiot that I am, I was being followed by a bird. And I wanted revenge for the bird that killed me earlier. So I backed it up to a cliff, started putting pressure on it, and yes, I died again to the bird. Lucky for me, it spawned me with that immaculate again, so I knew exactly where I needed to go from here to get back to the city. It's not that far of a walk, but again, at 5 times speed, running, collecting things, this really does start to feel like a running simulator. It's cool. I can't knock the game. It's cool. I just really wish there was a better way to travel. This is only my second time being out in the main area, but the travel is already starting to get to me. If that's one of my gripes on the game, that's one of my gripes. Personal opinion. You guys have your opinions. Comment down below if you agree that the traveling needs to be fixed. While I was collecting berries, I got ambushed by a wolf. He bit me in the butt. So I backed up, repositioned myself, and got into the fight. I did not want to die again. I do not want to go to prison, do not want to end up in a wolf den. So I made sure to take my time to be able to kill this wolf and be able to make it back to the city in one piece. Thank God I do not want to run across the map again. This is the final stretch now. We are finally making our way back to the city. Man, I mean, just walking alone, I would say about 30 minutes worth of walking footage is kind of insane. I finally make it back to the city. Upon entry, I make my way over to the blacksmith to sell some items. Little did I know, about 90% of all my gear, everything I had before I went into the prison, is gone. I lost absolutely everything when I got thrown down that hole in the prison. Then, even worse news, I lost my lighthouse. All the silver that I had earned, gone. The time that I spent in that prison made me lose my lighthouse. I wasn't able to complete the quest in 5 days. They turned it into a bunkhouse for the soldiers in the city. My only choice was to go and talk to Risa about trying to find a solution to getting my lighthouse back. Little did I know, this would initiate the next step of the main quest. Essentially, 2 of my friends are leaving the city, and Risa tasks me with going to speak with them, either to convince them to stay or convince them to leave. It is really our decision. I am tasked to speak with Oli and Yazan before they leave.
I guess this is goodbye. I'm leaving this. The holy mission is about more than just working under a man. Have discipline and mastery over yourself. If you do want to join us, meet me in Monsoon, in the Hallowed Marsh.
I take it you've heard the news? Come to see your old pal? I've got one little fishing barge to my name. The journey to Levant completely on foot. If you have the courage to face the Abrasar Desert, I'll be waiting for you.
After speaking with both of them, they ask us to join them in either the swamp or the desert, basically giving us options and quests. I go back to Risa to talk about the offer she proposed when I originally talked to her.
There you are. Urgent news just came in. This is troubling. I'm going to Berg, the main settlement in the Enmakar forest. I have an offer. I will pay off the rest of your blood price and adopt you into the Aberdeen bloodline. It's your choice.
While in the middle of this conversation, I had never drank anything since I got back, and I died from dehydration. So I returned to her to finish our conversation. So, Risa has asked us to join her in Berg to basically clear our blood price, essentially getting us our lighthouse back and progressing the main storyline. Well, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you staying tuned for part 2. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.